Hello, hello, and happy Monday, American Crochet Association. Selena here, founder, host, lead educator with the ACA. And I'm real excited to say that this is the 30th consecutive Mingle Monday that I've been doing over here. So I just wanted to take a quick minute and just say, I can't believe this is the 30th Mingle Monday that I've hosted here. I hope you guys enjoy them. It's really fun to pop on every week and just share what's new, hip, and happening in the world of the American Crochet Association. And it's really fun to see some regulars here and just for this to be one more way we can continue to have conversations. So thank you guys for being here. Thank you for being part of the American Crochet Association. And wow, 30 episodes. I mean, I don't know, 30 episodes. That's kind of cool. If you guys are watching live, come on over, say hey, say hello, tell me where you're viewing from. If you guys have any questions about crochet, about the American Crochet Association, about anything that I'm going to chat about today, go on ahead and post it. And whether you're here live or on the replay, as soon as I see it, I'll get right back to you. Okay? What I'm going to do is I'm going to run down our list of what's new, hip, and happening in the American Crochet Association. Links and resources to everything that I'm talking about can be found in the video description. So after you watch, you guys can find all of those resources right there. Now, before we get started, I did choose some winners for our giveaway last week. I've updated their names in this post here. The giveaway for last week was our skill building workshop. It is a newly refurbished workshop. It helps any crocheter build their crochet knowledge and skills. There is something in there for everyone, whether you just started crocheting or you've been crocheting for 100 years. There are great resources in there, patterns, action steps to really help you focus in on what it means to crochet well at a foundation level and how to build on that. Okay, so our winners are Crochet Me Pink, Lizzie 211288, Lady Crafters Fiber Creations, aka Mary, Crafty Critter, aka Christina, and Sharon Johnson. All you have to do to claim your prize is just send us an email within the next 5 business days and we will get you all set up. Our email address can be found in the description down below. So I can't wait to hear from you and get you all set up with your skill building workshop. If you did not win and you are super jazzed about that workshop, you guys can find it at the AmericanCrochetAssociation.com. You guys can learn more about the American Crochet Association, join our free community. It's free and fun for all crocheters, or you can start one of our courses today, like the skill building workshop. Okay, next in the world of the American Crochet Association is what we're doing at our crochet in, not at, well, at yet. What we're doing in the crochet membership. For all of our crochet members, all you have to do is log in. As soon as you log in, you're going to see your April mystery crochet along mini challenges. There's more information about these mini mystery crochet along challenges. And then of course, I've given you a new pattern that you guys can view for free when you log in. And there's also an opportunity for you to snag the PDF pattern for free. So even if you don't have time to follow along with this crochet along as we're doing it, you guys can always save, print, download those patterns, get them for free because they're only going to be free this month. Remember, crochet members, your bonuses change every single month. So don't sleep on these, all right? Okay, so I'm just gonna quickly go through what the mini mystery patterns have been so far because they are still free to download. And these mini mystery crochet along challenges are for you to do in your own time at your own pace. And then of course you guys can share in our community and we're gonna take a peek at some of the projects you guys have shared for this crochet along in just a bit. These are absolutely patterns that if you have any questions, you guys can always reach out by way of email. My email address is right there on the pattern and I will get right back to you. So the first mini mystery pattern that we focused on a couple weeks ago was the Fresh Air Tote. I like to choose things that are quick, that maybe will build a skill, maybe help you learn how to apply something in your crochet knowledge and skill and give you something functional when you're done. So the Fresh Air Tote, definitely something that checks all those boxes. All right, on the 18th of April, the mini mystery crochet along pattern was the Falling Leaves Tapestry. My internet is taking forever to load. This is a really fun project that does not take a lot of yarn at all. Definitely under one skein. Definitely you can use scrap yarn. Man, the anticipation is building. Come on, internet. You can really use any yarn that you think is beautiful and different and interesting. Maybe you have a yarn, you had no idea what to do with it, and you didn't really have a lot. This could be it. And there's a lot of really interesting stitch variations in here that create a pattern in the fabric. Come on, internet. I want to see this picture. And so it is so quick and really kind of a thoughtful pattern. You're really kind of thinking about what you're having to do. And any minute now. And again, whenever you're done with it, it's something that you can hang on your wall. So it's a lot of fun. Here it is, Falling Leaves Wall Tapestry. So here it is right here. It's got some filet work in it, so lots of open work, and then it has these big pieces of fabric that look like leaves. And so whenever you're crocheting it, just the kind of way that it forms, it looks like leaves that are falling. So therefore, Falling Leaves Wall Tapestry. That project is a lot of fun, and there, again, lots of specialty stitches in this, but it's such a small project that you can really kind of take your time practicing these things. There's the 2 double crochet cluster, double crochet 2 together, double crochet 3 together, double crochet 5 together. There's the whip stitch. But then in general, you're really just using basic crochet stitches to work this. So just double crochets and chains. So enjoy. All right, and last but not least, this is our last mini mystery crochet along pattern this month at the American Crochet Association. It is the Simple Chevron Washcloth. Oldie but a goodie here at the American Crochet Association. I chose this one because I really love just a classic chevron. This one is worked with single crochet stitches. So if you've never worked a classic chevron like this, it is just single crochet, and you're just really creating, just a few of those little points of chevron. So if you've never worked a chevron, if you've never worked a classic chevron, if you've never worked a chevron with single crochet, or if you want to work a chevron with different colors, you're changing colors in this, it packs a punch, this little pattern. And then whenever you're done, you've got this really cool, throwback to the retro chevron washcloth that you can use. So this is the latest, and this is the last. And again, you guys can download each one of these patterns for free until the end of the month. You guys can view them for free whenever you log in. As you can see, the patterns are listed right there. And whenever you guys work up these patterns, again, we are sharing all of our projects in our free community. Everyone is welcome to join our community. You do not have to be a member of the American Crochet Association to find these patterns, to work up these patterns, and to share them in our group. Here's just a few of those mystery crochet along patterns that I found for everyone who used the hashtag in our community. I mean, you can just copy it from our site, or you can view it down below. You can snag that hashtag and just use it whenever you post. Shout out to Monica Mercado, who made one of the tote bags. Love those colors, by the way. Monica also worked the Falling Leaves tapestry. You guys can really see the leaves in her picture. It's bigger than mine was. And I love this beautiful purple ombre yarn. So you guys can really, again, use any yarn, use any color. Really, you can make it match your decor in any way that you like. Monica Mercado sharing all of her progress. Thanks, lady. I really appreciate your participation. Here's our first chevron washcloth by Jerry Sue Tinker, one of our ACA OGs. She's always sharing her work with us. Sherry Richards, here's the beginning of her Fresh Air tote. And here's her finished Fresh Air tote. Love those colors. Becky Enyart, keep us posted. Bobby Huddleston shared her tote. ACA Mystery Crochet Along, you can see Sherry, she was ready to go. So maybe I should have started in opposite order. It's going from soonest post to latest post. So that's kind of why we're going in reverse order. So anyway, these are really fun to look at. That's why I love using hashtags, especially on social media, because you can just click on a hashtag and you can see everybody's participation all in one spot. So it's a lot of fun. All right, guys, what else is going on in the wide world of the ACA? Whenever you guys join our community, again, link down below. Community is on Facebook. It's free for anyone to join. It is about crochet. It is for crocheters. So that's kind of what we're centered around. I always have featured posts So whenever you're checking in, definitely click on the featured post, because we either ask crochet questions, we ask what you guys are interested in learning. So that's how I write a lot of my articles. It's just based on questions that you have or things that you want to learn. But also, I'm going to be writing another article soon. I finished an article that I'm going to share with you guys in just a minute, but every time I write an article, I always ask for volunteer editors. And so if you guys want to help and be a volunteer editor for our next article, just go ahead and join our group and click on featured, and it will be posted here as soon as it's ready. And I'm excited about the next one. It's kind of juicy. It's a good one. So I'm finishing up some aspects of that now, and you guys can look for it here. All right, next, the things that I want to share with you are some things that I've posted on our blog, AmericanCrochetAssociation.blog. So easy to find, right? So at the blog, you guys asked for this pattern a long time ago. It's an oldie but a goodie. I wrote it years and years ago, and it is now free to view at the American Crochet Association. You are welcome. So now you guys can view this pattern for free here, even though it's been in my shop for quite some time. The sundial motif and throw. I've had it ready, but the reason I haven't posted it until now is because I've got a good crochet friend who actually also makes crochet charts, and she does an amazing job. So we were kind of waiting on the chart for this before I posted it, and she nailed it. So I actually used that for my teaching tool in my article that I'm going to show you guys in just a minute, so hang tight. So the sundial motif and throw, the pattern is for one of these square motifs here, and then however many motifs you would like to make, of course you seam them together, and then that's your throw. I did write this pattern for a worsted weight yarn in acrylic, but you can absolutely make this square in other yarns and other weights. And again, just however big that square is, you just kind of do a little bit of simple math to create as many squares as you'd like to make whatever size blanket you'd like to make. I have lots of helpful resources on here. So if you don't know what size blanket to make, I've got a chart for you. If you want to see some inspiration, there are at least 34 projects posted so far that not only show different colors and types of yarn for this motif, but different finished blankets put together. So lots of inspiration there. Also, let's take a peek at the chart together. Here it is. So here's the chart that my friend made. Absolutely gorgeous, isn't it? She even made it in our ACA colors. So you see those beautiful rich purples here. So this pattern is absolutely an intermediate level pattern. It's complicated. Now, whenever you're looking at the motif, if you can crochet all the things because you've been crocheting for, forever and a day, you may be able to look at this and go, that's not so hard. I hear you. Sometimes you can look at things and go, that's easy, I can do it. However, the words needed to write patterns like this can look very complicated because there are different stitch repeats that you have to follow so that you can articulate what your hook and what your yarn needs to do so that you can come up with this version. So that's what I mean by this pattern is very intermediate, mainly because it uses a variety of stitches. There's some non-repeating rounds. This is worked and joined rounds. There's a multitude of specialty stitches, and there are parts of this pattern that are not simple repeats. So the part of this pattern that is not a simple repeat is just do this until you're at the end. A more complex repeat is probably going to use something like an asterisk, a bracket, and a parentheses. And you may look at that and go, what the what? Okay, so whenever you're looking at this particular motif, I'll just go ahead and share the secret sauce right now. It starts with a circle, as we can see here, and then it transitions into a square. How we do that is on a particular round, we're going to make the corners really tall and to really accentuate that we want this to be a square. And then the sides, we want them to match, but we don't want them to be as tall. Therefore, the sides are different than the corners. The stitches needed to create the sides are different than the stitches needed to create the corners. That's where we have parentheses. Here's what you do in the corner. Parentheses, here's everything that I want you to do to create this particular fan stitch right here. And then asterisk, I want you to do everything from this side to this corner. I want you to repeat that 3 times. Now, that may not make a whole lot of sense, but whenever you're reading the pattern instructions, hopefully as you're looking through those instructions, as you're completing that, hopefully you have this piece of information, you can look at the finished motif, and now you have the chart to read, and that way you can go, okay, this starts with an adjustable loop, and then I work double crochets, and then I'm working double crochets and front post triple crochets, and then when I get here, this is where the fan goes, and then so you can clearly see what the instructions are telling you to do, especially since the repeat is shaded. Isn't that fantastic? That's fantastic. So anyway, enjoy viewing for free the sundial motif. I absolutely love this motif. It's not only fun to work up, but it's really beautiful in terms of, you know, creating a throw that's beautiful. Wow, that was terrible. All right, guys. So if you need some extra help and support, hold on. 30 episodes and I still get winded and thirsty. All right. So if you still need some help and support reading an intermediate level pattern that uses things like asterisk, bracket, and parentheses, I've got you covered. I've got an article. Come on over here and read this. Anytime you see a pattern that has bracket, parentheses, and an asterisk, if you're unsure of what the pattern's telling you to do, or if you feel like, hey, there's something missing here, I don't really understand, it might just be that there's an order of operations in using these 3 characters, these 3 repeat characters, and maybe you're not following that order of operation in the way it's intended to be followed. So this article talks about, you know, yes, I'm talking to you. It doesn't matter if you've been crocheting 30 days or 30 years. Sometimes this information is just a little difficult, especially when we crochet things that we're very comfortable with all the time. You know, crocheting in this realm can be outside of your comfort zone if you're not used to seeing these 3 characters work together. Maybe you've seen an asterisk before, maybe you've seen a bracket before, maybe you've seen a parentheses before, maybe you've seen 2 of them used together, but whenever you see all 3 used together, typically people get stuck. So this actually uses a granny square, which is an intermediate level pattern. It is. This uses a granny square to explain that, hey, you may look at a granny square and go, that's so easy. I don't need, I can just look at it and do it. However, the instructions needed to make patterns like this, they have to be a little more complicated because, again, we're doing something here. We're doing something here. This right here is different than this right here because you had to chain to start and the chain starts as a stitch. So therefore this, even though it is the same thing as this, the instructions are different. So you can't repeat. This doesn't repeat this. Am I starting to make sense here? And then this right here, this corner and this side right here, that can be repeated. So we're going to do that 1, 2, 3 times. Does that make sense a little bit? Okay. So it breaks down how to look at instructions like this and how to decipher them in ways that are really easy to understand. So another thing that this does is that it defines what an asterisk is, what a bracket is, and what a parentheses is. It defines each one of these, and that way whenever you see them in a pattern, you understand what it's telling you to do. In addition to that, I use the sundial motif as our example of let's put everything that we've learned, let's put everything that I just discussed in this article together, and let's take a piece of instruction and let's determine how we're going to read this. So hopefully this article helps unlock some mysteries, not only in the crochet realm, but hopefully it also inspires you. And that way maybe you see a pattern next time and it's like, what are all these symbols? What does this mean? Next time you see a pattern that utilizes these, this will give you some tips to work through that pattern so that you can feel successful. Hopefully. Let me know what you think. All right, guys, that's all I got for you today at the American Crochet Association. I want to see who's here and what you guys are saying. So the floor is open for questions, comments, feedback, anything like that. Angela, so good to see you. Man, you're like a regular here. I love it. Hello, Roseanne. Good afternoon, everyone from Pennsylvania. Thanks for checking in. Always so good to see you. Deb is here from Tucson. Seeing Stitches Creating says, hi, Selena. What's up? What's up? How are you? I am something. Oh, I remember you. I am blind and I teach people how to crochet without sight here on YouTube. I am also a member of your Facebook group. Yes, you are. And it's good to see you here. Thanks for checking in. Ruby is here. Hello, Ruby. Good to see you. VJ is here. Hello to you. Hi, Cynthia from Tennessee. So good to see you. Roseanne says, so nice and pretty. I'm assuming you're talking about the sundial crochet motif. I think it's beautiful. I hope you think so too. All right, everybody, that's all I got for you guys today on this episode of our episode 30 of Mingle Monday with the American Crochet Association. That's everything new, hip, and happening at the American Crochet Association. Again, links for everything is down below. I can't wait to share what's coming next week, especially at the American Crochet Association. I've got something new brewing, and I'm going to tell you guys all about it next week. So subscribe, stay tuned, and drop your questions. I'll get to them as soon as I see them, okay? Peace, love, crochet, everybody. Have a great week. See you next time.